The woman's role in the city is not played up as it should be. You see the men, you hear about the men, but the recognition has not come as it should have.
We were always made aware that there were differences in the treatment or the acceptance of blacks and whites. It was very real to us that the social climate in Greensboro was not conducive. It was different for us.
How many times had I passed that lunch counter and stood up? I could hardly see over the counter, and they would tell me I'd have to wait until the white people were served. And I would stand there patiently with my little $2 and my little piece of candy and wait. And I would pass all of this food, and my sister and I had the money, but they really didn't want to sell us that.
The sit-ins, the February sit-ins, was nothing new to us, with the exception of the fact that it actually took place. We were prepared for it because we knew that there would be a time that these issues would be addressed. It was almost a point, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, as Annie Lou Hamer, was famous for saying. The crowning point was just that decision that they made to act. The news came back to campus after they had gone down on February 1st. It was just an automatic given that, the other students would participate and support them. Probably some of those students who participated in the sit-ins probably never, ever sat down to eat a lunch at any of those counters. It was a matter of principle, more a matter of opportunity, job opportunities, career opportunities that we have been denied. We were denied. We deserved to have a better life.
Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on, why don't you hold on?
And I'll never forget the white men that were behind me with chains and the crew haircuts and the cigarettes hanging out of their mouths, screaming obscenities. And I had never been in those kinds of situations. I was scared to death. And at the time that they were saying this, they were right in my ear. Somebody burned a hole in one of my coats. I heard this announcement come on that they were going to close the whole store because it had become a fire hazard.
Some of the indignities that you had to encounter were not pleasant by any means. We were arrested and incarcerated. We were treated the very same way. When they realized that this was ongoing, there was not very much of a choice. As soon as the doors opened in the mornings, the protesters were there. And they were there when they closed in the evening. When we anticipated a major arrest, we were prepared because we went with books. We knew that we would not be coming back immediately.
Don't you know Mississippi is the next to go? Keep your eyes
I remember getting out of the store, and by then it looked like 300 Auntie and Bennett students. The streets were filled. I think that's when everybody realized that that county would no longer be segregated, because we marched back to A&T saying, "It's all over." And we chanted that. I'll never forget that. All through the streets, going down Market Street, all the way to the campus, we chanted, "It's all over, it's all over." We just knew that we had won that victory.
There had to be an education process take place. There was no major collapses of the infrastructures or the powers to be or what have you. It just became a more inclusive city. For that, my hat is off to my colleagues. We all stood to gain, and we have all gained from it. Made the world a better place.